Hello. I'm here today. Today we're going to talk about, answer a question that was given to me a little while ago. And the person was asking, the question is, "Hi Irene, I have a question about tarot from your perspective. I found myself moving away from tarot, no particular reason, just not leaning towards it, and that can happen. And they were also had a question about, they said that someone had told them that tarot can sometimes draw out spirit guides with dark intentions. And that person had told them that we aren't always able to control which guides come through the tarot. And she asked what my feeling was on this. So this was a really important question. It was too much to just kind of like answer in a text. So I wanted to come on here live and talk about it. So I'm going to be downloading this, and I will, and if you have any questions around this, just hang in there, and then you can post them in the comments. So just, so I wanted to just say, like, I had made a post one day, I don't know, it must be a couple of weeks ago, and I made a quote, and it was, "The tarot speaks in the language of symbols, the language of the unconscious, and when approached in the right manner, it may open a door into the hidden reaches of the soul." And so for me, this is what the tarot is. It's, and just like Carl Jung says, that it is, the images within the tarot deck can open us up to our intuition, and even just things within our unconscious that we may not consciously think. But like everybody, if we look at a stop sign, we know that we see the color red. We don't actually have to think, the red octagon shape with the letter STOP means stop. We just see it and we know that we're supposed to stop. So, and that's how one aspect of how the tarot can work. It speaks to us through the languages of symbols, colors, images, pictures of nature, and so on. And so the tarot is this system that was created many years ago, and I'm not going to get into the history of it, but it originated as a playing deck, and then over time, especially in the early 1900s, or late 1800s, it was created into the system that we now know today, which is 78 cards. And so really, they're just pieces of paper with images on them. So I want to start with that. And then, and each person, as they use the tarot cards, is going to have their own flavor of it, their own energy. So we're all just like, each person is like a different color in a prism. And we all will have a different story that we bring to us when we look at tarot. And so there may be people who, when they see some cards such as the Devil, the Three of Swords. Can you think of what else I'm going to be putting up here? The Ten of Swords. They can have some really triggering responses to it. And as a result, if it's triggering us, and if we feel uncertainty, and if we have a background of where we have a belief system that has told us that the devil is real, and we have to be careful of evil influences in the world, what's going to happen when we see this card? It's going to scare the bejesus out of us, no pun intended. Ironically, the Devil was the first card that appeared to me when I really delved more deeply into working with the tarot a few years ago. I asked, what will the tarot do for me? And it was the Devil card that jumped out. And I'm going to be honest with you, I broke out into a cold sweat because I thought, oh my God, it's the Devil is here to tempt me away from the truth, from the light. And I don't mean to laugh at anybody if they have these same fears. I can laugh at myself now. But the Devil in the tarot to me, it's about liberation. There's a very, actually almost a comical look on this, the picture of this individual here, right? And he's holding a man and woman, and they are in chains. And you can see, and there's a tail of fire, and she has fruit, there's abundance. And what it really is that although they're enchained, you can see that the loop that's around their neck, they can actually get free whenever they want to. So the devil in the tarot is really about a time in our life and our experience in our life, which is what all the tarot decks are about. They're about parts of our lives, they're archetypes and things that we encounter and challenges that we encounter. And the devil is when we come up against limiting thought beliefs, when we come against self-doubt, when we turn away from our truth and we choose to believe something that is not aligned with our divinity, with our power, and we become enslaved to fear. We become enslaved to lower thinking. So the devil is the opportunity for liberation. It's a wonderful card because it says, wake up. And that's what the tarot has done for me. It's worked as a tool to help me wake up more and more to who I am. I have a history where well, actually, I was around within a Christian community at one time, and I did hold some of those beliefs. So it was very triggering when I saw this card. And I really want to, there's no disrespect when I talk about the role that Christianity has played in creating fear around systems such as the tarot. So this has nothing to do with Christian people, this has nothing to do with Christianity, but we have to acknowledge all the harm and the terror and the stories that have been created that are just not true, that were put in place to serve patriarchy, to serve the church at one time. And it still lingers today. We have what we call the witch wound, because thousands and thousands of women who were disenfranchised from communities, most of them were older, most of them were poor. The church would claim that they were witches and burn them at the stake. My God, what a way to imprint within culture and society that anything to do with feminine power or to do with the healing arts, because maybe a lot of them were healers, they had herbs, people would come to them for support. But the church came in and really kind of drummed in this idea that the devil is here and that that they are evil. So that I'm talking about all of this because really it has so much to do with the root of that question. Again, I want to come back to the question, is a spiritual friend of theirs suggested that tarot can sometimes draw out dark spirit guides with dark intentions, and that we aren't able to control which guides come through with the tarot. So I think this again is based a lot on fear and misunderstanding. And I think we need to begin by acknowledging, recognizing that it's our power, and that we need to hold our own power. We are just as worthy as anyone else of connecting with our soul, with source, with the universal life force energy. And so when you come from that space of trusting yourself and trusting your place within the universe, knowing your own power, and even if it feels comfortable for you, setting that intention, well, actually totally setting that intention that only truth and that which is for the highest good will come through with the tarot, that's what's going to happen. So I really encourage you to not have any fear. What is it? Churchill said the only thing to fear is fear itself. And I think that really applies with the tarot when using the tarot. So I can't say where what belief system is the person who said these words that we aren't in control of what comes through with the tarot, but I suspect that there may be a belief system around that they believe that there are evil entities out there. Now, I've been working as an intuitive and a medium for, many years, decades now, and I have never once come across what I call an evil spirit. Now, some people might say, well, you just haven't, gone down that alley, and fair enough. I'm not interested in that. I connect with that which is highest and true. I set that intention that this is only for love and light and healing and empowerment and embodying our truth. So that's what I put in when I work with the tarot. I set that intention for it. Though I've come across evil, but I'm going to tell you that's been in the people I've read. And that's scary when you sit across someone and you recognize, oh, there's more to who they are than what they're telling me. And that's, to me, what's really scary. So you're not going to find that in a tarot deck. So I just really encourage people to to trust. And if there is any kind of doubt, if you're feeling any doubt around it, then be really gentle with yourself, because it's not your fault that we've been told these stories for so long around around the devil and around negative energies. Now, I know that a lot of people will say there are negative energies. When you think of vibration, fear is a really low vibration. Love and trust, gratitude is a different vibration. So what do you want to attune to? Do you want to attune to a lower energy? Do you want to attune to the energy of fear? If I am in a state of fear and I see the Two of Swords, I'm going to go scared, like, oh my God, I've got a stressful decision I need to make. But if I come from a place of love and trust, I'm going to see the tarot cards, and my intuition is going to remind me that I can go still. I can trust my intuition. I can trust myself. I just need to calm down. So it really depends, I guess, on the perspective and what you're bringing through the tarot. And it's just like a piece of artwork or the Rorschach test. Many people will look at it and they'll get a different interpretation out of it. So, that's what I just really have to say about that. We are in control. We're in total control of what guides come through with the tarot. Absolutely. If you want to believe that you don't have control, well, then that's the what can I say? That's the reality that you're going to be choosing. But you are in control. You set that intention. There's energy that can stick with it. Like if after I do a reading, I will cleanse my tarot deck. I have like a salt candle sitting right here, and it just helps to lift up the energy, bring in fresh energy, so you don't have congested energy from the previous readings. So I'm not going to say energy isn't real, but you are so in control of what comes through. It's like you're in control of who comes into your house. If you don't feel like that you have control of who walks into your house, well, then you're going to have, issues around maybe what's coming through with the tarot card. So if for some reason you're in a situation where you don't have control with who comes through, then the tarot can be a healing journey for you, where you can use this to help support your own autonomy and make that intention decision that only that which is light and love may come through. So after, whenever I start with a new tarot deck or oracle deck, I take some moments, I go through the deck, I bless it, I connect with it. I'll say a prayer over it, because there are absolutely benign and helpful and supportive energies out here who want to surround you and support you. So I'll even speak to maybe the spirit of the deck, but that's another conversation. Everything has a spirit, rocks, trees, whatever. So this is This is really, it's about the intention that you put into it, the belief that's in your heart. But, you know, if there's still doubts, I encourage you to look at why you fear. That's what's really the bigger question than just a yes or no. Because I can answer you no. It is not true that you are not in control of what spirits come through. I can just simply answer that. And maybe that's what people need to hear. But really, on a deeper level, it's what is driving that fear. So just for the fun of it, let's pull one question here around why do people fear the tarot, and see what comes up. So the King of Pentacles just popped through, and I feel like that there have been people in power who have benefited and prospered from other people being in fear. And so let that sink in. Turn this into you own your own power rather than having someone else owning owning your power. So I hope that answered that question. In case you've just been joining in, we've been talking about, people have asked if they thought, someone had told them that we're not in control of what kind of energies come through when we're using a tarot, and there was some fear around maybe dark energies coming through. So we just talked about that, summed it up, that no, you are in control. We've been talking for a while, so you can go back and listen to it in review if you'd like to. Otherwise, I'm really grateful for that question. And if people have questions, you know, feel free to drop them in the comment right now, and I'll do my best to answer them. Or if you're watching this on replay, to send it, message me, or drop it in the comments below. Share your thoughts. Do you feel that the tarot can leave you open to dark energies, or do you feel that you have full autonomy? What's your comfort level with the tarot? I'm curious to know. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. I hope I can download this and save it. I really, really hope that I do. I hope I do it right. Thanks for joining in, for all of you who are here, and I wish you a beautiful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.